Welcome if you just joined. I'm in the process of getting the details for the actual what players and characters do when they land on the ground sorted out. So at the moment you just land on Earth and you see all the people who are on Earth. It's not enough detail, it's not enough flavour for me, so I'm trying to set it up so that it's just a little bit neater. Right, home. This 12 possible families also needs to be changed. Okay, home Villa Callisto, step forward a year. Okay, that's cool, that one's done. Also, Hello Callisto, Cape Town Earth, that's all looking good. The only one I want to change is that possible families, which is in, where's that generation? World Gen Controller. Possible families. This is just all the GUI for the World Gen Controller. Families, find families. Parent search results. That's the one. Show family choice. Other details, file details, family home. This is the one. String location. And then I want the family first location name. So I want to say family first location containing. Where did that come from? Containing entity. Fully qualified location name. Pop in the location there, and then I should just be able to say locations. There we go. So once that builds and runs, does that work? Yeah. Okay, once that's run, what we should be able to do is to start time. We should be able to see the fully qualified name of the place in the possible families view. That's what I wanted to check. Okay. No, not load. Great. Small one. Okay, Prometheus Aya. Brilliant. Worked. Right, I'm going to check all that in. That is that new fully qualified thing. That's fine. I had a test for it somewhere. That's just the view. Yes. Yes, that's just updating the GUI. That's the test. Okay. The location name. The reason I had to do that is before it just said Io, whereas now it had the city, but it's not quite clear which, unless you played the game before, which city exists on which planet, which isn't very good. Right, the other thing I wanted to do was there was a crash when you viewed the history for a particular organisation. And I wanted to see what was wrong with that. So that's the next thing to fix. Create new history, generate, view history, organisations. Now, these ones work, but Frank's bar, it works. Let's try London, University of London. Okay, a bunch of people who did things at it. There's Rick. Planetary Council of Vicon. It's not the Planetary Council of Vicon, it's the Planetary Council of the city, of the place. Now the location is wrong as well. The location should be Vicon Blah. But it's not the Planetary Council of Vicon. It should be the Planetary Council of Earth or Mercury, but the location is right, but the name is wrong. Okay, I don't know why that started working, that's really annoying. Why that started working, I'll have to see again in a minute. Anyway, so this is in the view history controller. This is showing an organisation, an operation, sorry. Here we are. Location, that's the one I need to change. So string. Location. I want operation. Oh. Sorry, call coming in. Which I need to take. I'm just going to go on mute quickly. Hello? Great. Some kind of weird, annoying automated call. Okay, so I'm thinking, oh no, that's really distracting. Right, operation location, containing entity, fully qualified location name, please. Pop it in there for me. And then I just need to change that to location. That's it. And then when I actually generate the names of these things, which is in here, planetary council of okay, it's the operation type planetary council. Here it is. No, that's the council here. Operation of blah. It's not. It's the operation. It's not the operation location. It's the operation location containing entity name, which will be. Oops. Right, that should be the right thing now. So let's go and have a look. So now instead of saying Council of London, it'll be the containing entity of London, which is Earth. That's fine. Oh, that was not my intention. Okay. Mail, yeah, a couple of things. Put that one. Just spam. Nothing else to worry about. I love this period just before Christmas where people are tending to wind down, so it gives you just a chance to get some coding done, which is kind of nice. I never get a chance just to do coding. If you're enjoying the stream, please do bang the follow button on Twitch. Ooh, I don't want to be backing up, that's for sure. Maybe I do. Yeah. Okay, history, fine. Right, choose view the history. Organizations, Planetary Council, Urban Prometheus. That's still wrong. No, that's wrong. Why is that wrong? Operation type, Planetary Council of operation location, which will be the city. The containing entity is still the city. It's actually one above that. This is a bit crazy. But I know it's right, so it's fine, I'm not too worried about it. Am I using any engine in the background? It's only my own engine. It's SDL for a basic platform, compatibility layer, and OpenGL. And the whole thing is written in C++, and it's going to be out for PC and Mac. So it should be kind of fun. At the moment, Alpha Access is available for £5 or $8. That is going away very soon, probably next week. So if you want to get on the Alpha program, this is the time to do it. Otherwise, I'm doing a Kickstarter in the new year, and that would be the way to support the game. Okay. Okay, so choose, right, no, that. Let's see, Planetary Council, no, organisations. Planetary Council of Callisto, there we go. That's correct. Planetary Council of Venus, which is in Vicon. Cape Town has the interplanetary seat of the Old Federation. Oh. Since when was Cape Town the capital of Earth? But no, okay. Doesn't really matter. Right. There's the Planetary Council of Mars. There's a lot of jobs available. Let's check some of the bars out. Frank's Bar and Valhalla. Callisto. Nice. A couple of jobs available. The Britty. Or the Barra. So you should be able to head into these places if you can find them, that is. The Gula and Roy Bar. That's weird. Gary's Place Bar. It's on Tokyo. Nice. Door Corp. That sounds like the most boring possible company. The Chariot of Fire. Nice. Yeah, that's a gang of some description. And Ponticia as well. Pi. Eli and Leroy. And we got Microlight. Kudu Jolt. Here, Station of Durash. It's a mining station. And Fruitimite. Sounds a bit gross. Or the Fizzy. It's just a pretty simple. It's got Gail Cork. She's a crime boss. She lives in Cape Town. Unable to lift anything, slower moving than average, and of average stamina. Very smart. She sounds repellent to everyone. She has like the classic evil genius. I'm gonna have to save that one. That's awesome. She sounds like some really injured, horrible. Let's see her history. She took a master's. And then she took a master's with computers and then became a crime boss with the Cape Town Burst of the Fizzy. That's hilarious. I love that. Cool. The question is that the right image? The procedural history is amazing, I have to say, even if I do say so myself. But it is awesome. I'm really enjoying it. To be honest, it's the best bit of the game. Just tweeting that. Okay, so now that that's all sorted, the problem is you can get really distracted with the procedural history because it's just fun looking around it. Okay, so now this is just display stuff. Yeah. That's fine. Okay. Now I better push that to the build server actually. Then we should have a new game for alpha developers. alpha access people. Right, next. There's my list. Okay. Correct, done. Right, hookup organisation operations as entities. Right. So now we need to think about having an organisation as an entity, or an operation as an entity in the city. Do I want to do that first? At the moment there are no spaceports, which is a problem. So where, if there are no spaceports, where do the engineers work? Oh, they work at mining stations, don't they? That's the only place they can work. Well, that's a bit rubbish. Maybe I need an operation type. I've got a hotel here. I definitely need some kind of... An operation type is just a type of business that you can run. Well, instead of a hotel, let's have a spaceport. Now, the jobs that we can have at a spaceport are... I hope so, Embraer, I'm hoping that. I mean, I think the history stuff, if I get the mission stuff right, so that you can interact in a kind of fun way with the way that it works, with the whole world and everything, it'll just be amazing. It'll feel really in-depth and awesome. I just haven't quite got it yet. CEL, what the heck does that mean? Oh yeah, counter size 1, each increase. Yeah, fine. Okay. Job level. What does job level do? What the heck is that for? I can't remember how this stuff works. Job level. Level, I'm pretty sure that's like how impressive you are. I can't remember. History. Level. No. Historical event. I wrote this 6 months ago, so can't remember how it works. No. Going up. No. History. Status. Increase. That's the relationship stuff. I can't remember how it works. It's quite complicated, this history procedural stuff. No, that's nothing to do with it. It's nothing to do with it. Going up in the world. I don't remember. Spaceport. Well, we can have a cleaner. And we don't need a receptionist. We do need a ship engineer though, which we haven't got yet. I'm not quite sure why. I can't remember quite how these operation types work. Those three numbers mean something. The first number is how many we've got at size 1 when the thing is only one sized. The second one is each increase. Now I'm not quite sure, given staff, how that works. Right, int divided size divided by each increase. Right, so every time we have to increase by 3 in order to get one of them, basically. That's how it works. Let's just move that a little bit here. So, right. So, if I go back to the hotels, that means we don't get them until they get to size X. So this we get one every 3 new levels. And the job level is 3. Now, I'm not sure what the level actually gives you. It affects your organization chart. I can't remember what the job level actually does. The implied status does that bit. I don't know why we need it. Maybe we don't use it. That's quite possible. Anyway, where's my engineer? So what I was trying to do was add a spaceport, that's right. So ship engineer, we're going to need 1 at level 0. We're going to add 2 every time. Where's that mining outlet? Officer is level 3. Ensign's level 2. They're probably a level 2. Management trainee. No, it's probably level 3. Middle manager. I'll need one of those at the beginning. Yeah, that's not too bad. This is not a hotel, this is a space port. Hang on, a spaceport is managed by a government, I think. It's not something we just create. Alright, ship engineer. Let's copy the mining engineer. Right, there's the mining engineer. Right. Ship engineer. So someone who works on ships at a spaceport. Right, prerequisites. You have to be older than 15. Yeah, you're going to have had a training placement. Freelance. Where's the freelance engineer? That's in life stages, isn't it? I remember. Freelance mechanic. It's really the nanomechanic. It's really the mechanic job. So that works at a factory. It's not a mining engineer, it's a mechanic. Maybe I should just make it a mechanic rather than a ship mechanic. Right, so we've got a spaceport coming in here. Is that it? Yeah, so this isn't a ship machine, this is just a mechanic. But then we should have a mechanic apprentice as well, definitely. It's good to have other places for them to work. Yeah, that's good. turn the lights on, it's getting dark. Okay, that's good. So I've got the spaceport now at the moment. Should grab a few more of these sort of jobs. What other jobs are there at spaceports? Anyone any ideas? Porter, trolley attendant. Check-in assistant. Security guard. In some ways, a security guard should be a separate type of job, because it's kind of quite close to crime. So I think security guard should be separate. Let's make security guard a new type of job. It's quite fun to create a new job. We haven't done that for a while. Okay, so is it quite close to any of these? Crime lord is not quite close to those. It's reasonably close to pirate. Not really, but we'll give it a go. Actually, manual. This might be closer to manual job. Okay, let's start with manual job. Oops. Security guard. Right. Right, so don't need that. Don't need that. Right, they've got to be older than 17 to be a security guard. They can't be older than about 60. Yeah, 17, yeah, probably. Okay, attribute has to be at least, strength has to be poor. New not. So their wealth can't be greater than average. It's probably average. Your reflexes can be slow to be a security guard, but their strength probably needs to be a certain amount. And mind is probably the one. We don't want them to be too smart, otherwise they will be bored stiff. Okay, so name is security guard. Duration, how many years do you do a security guard for? Probably 10 years. Max implied status is definitely poor. Description as a security guard. Right, live stage event is live stage event. Oh, fill possible events. Right, strength. Okay, what might happen? That is definitely likely. There is definitely a chance of death too. So let's add that first. So was killed in a security incident. Small chance but possible. Okay, so that's 2% chance of that. Right. What else are you going to get from the security guard? You're going to... Oh, I don't know. There's not much that can happen, I suppose. What can happen to you as a security guard? What's the source of things? What are you going to get better at? Reflexes? Took a weapons course to boost. Okay, we'll add that, we'll add that. We should have a skill up as well. Skills, business policies, gunnery. It's not brilliant, but it's not too bad. This one, we should give them some gunnery skills. You're only going to get picked for that if you are a certain type of person. So how are you going to get that? Probably through reflexes. Normal test. Past weapon training course for advanced security duties. That'll do. Okay, so this is all the types of things that you can do as a security guard. But to be honest, you're more likely to have trouble that's bogus. I'm going to hit to a wisdom and charm. If their wisdom, not very nice to begin with. Charm. They were protecting. So if they fail a tricky charm test, they're going to hit a wisdom. Get hit by wisdom and charm. If their wisdom drops, that is a classic thing. Again, grumpy and irritable. The people at the security desk. Basically, what I'm trying to do is model someone who is just annoyed all the time. A security guard who is just irritating a job's worth. And I'm not quite sure how to put that. That's probably it. There we go. So now, there's something about trait here. What's the wealth? Trait. Status. One thing we don't have is reputation. I need to figure that out in a minute. Security guard job. The other thing that you can't have done is prison. To be a security guard. Show me not had event prison term. There we go. JS JavaScript. JavaScript went 8.1 app. Is that JavaScript? Maybe. So as a security guard, one thing you can't have is a prison term. Thing is, if we're more likely to hit wisdom, those are the things that are going to stop. Low wisdom generally means that you get into trouble with crime. That tends to be what it goes on with. So if you are take a job as a security guard, you are not likely, unless you've got a high charm and a good mind, which you're not going to be very high, unless you're lucky, you're going to just get annoyed and potentially join a criminal agency, which is kind of a good flavour. Works for me. Okay, so there's a security guard. Now we've got a security guard, we should probably put security guards at the bar. Like a bouncer. And then we should also have them at no AVHQ, they can have their own security. Council should have one. The Senate should definitely have probably lots. Cool. Let's try that. So now when we generate the history, one thing we need to do, spaceports won't be added to the history yet. And that's because we need just one spaceport per city, I think. Why am I hard coding them? Well, because to be honest, I'm a developer. It's just me working on the game. Therefore, I don't actually need to worry about other people being able to access and edit what I'm doing. So I can just do it in code. At the point at which I need to pull that stuff out, then I will do that. To be honest, I probably will anyway, just because I'm sure people will want to mod the history generator, and therefore I will do it for them. It's reasonably easy to do, because I haven't done it yet. Right, so interplanetary generate the government. That's probably the first thing to do. So for each planet I need a spaceport. No, for each city I need a spaceport. So in the same way that I get a university for each city, I need a spaceport for each city. Just one, I think that's probably easiest. The organization is... I haven't done these for a while, so I'm just trying to figure out how to do this. Operation name spaceport. So University of, that is going to be spaceport. The organisation, who's going to own this spaceport? Who's going to control it? Do we want it to be another organisation? No, it's probably the Planetary Council. That means I need to get it. That means I need to get the Planetary Council, which is really annoying. Oh no, the Federation control it. The Federation control it at the moment. Hang on, there's a couple of things going on here. Operation, do they have a controlling operation? Yes, they do. Interesting. Oops. So they have an operation and they also have a controlling operation. I've forgotten how this stuff works. So that means that, well, a spaceport doesn't need a controlling operation, it just needs a controlling organisation, and that's probably the council. Yeah. So I still need that stuff. This isn't helpful to have this. I'm going to unroll this. So this generate government only gets called here. Right, I'm unrolling this. This is also unhelpful. So now, forget that. Right, so now, when I create the new generator, I can also pass in yeah, so the Planetary Council can control the spaceports. So that means that the generator council equals operations back. That's fine. And then when I can operation council, let's do that, pointer. And when I generate, we've got the council, so I'm able to do the spaceport. It's just the council. And the council is an operation, not an organisation. The thing that controls it is different. What controls the council? The Federation. Yeah, that's correct. So that is the government. Government is the organisation, and the particular controlling thing is the council. That's correct. Okay. We don't need a new organisation, we just need the spaceport. And the name of the spaceport is going to be the city name. Simple as that. So London Spaceport. Okay, what are the errors? There are errors in this file. Reference to non-static member function must be called. What's wrong with that? Library. Same again. Should be it. Yeah. Right, what's next? Reference to non-static member function must be called. Should be it. Yep, a couple of errors. Yes, I did mean operation types. Let's try that again. Yay, it's all gone. Right. So now we should be in a position right. 9 test failures. I've broken everything. So let's see if I can figure out what. Unfortunately, I need to go. My time is up. I've got to go and get my son from his tennis lesson. So I better go and do that. So I'm going to leave this on because I'm going to come back to it a little bit later. But I won't be doing any development for maybe half an hour or so. So if you want to, you can come back a bit later. I will leave the game running. It's probably a bit big. So that you can see what's happening. Let's just load existing game. I should load Gary Muffin. There's Gary. So hopefully we have to see the game in action for a bit. I'm just going to leave this running like this, so you're welcome to kind of ask questions. I'll see them when I come back. And yeah, see you in about half an hour or so when I've picked up my son from tennis, then I'll be back for another half an hour or so. Okay, exactly on time. Ah, what's going on over here? Looks like everyone's run out of gas. Huh. Happens. Anyway. Right. Cool. Awesome. So, what was I doing? Oh, yes. Probably got about half an hour or so back for, something like that. Hopefully there are still people here. I haven't actually checked. Maybe everyone's gone. No, there are a few people here. Awesome. I am back. So, let's have a look. Okay, so what I was in the middle of doing was figuring out the history stuff. Let's see what the latest change was. Doing something. Oh yeah, adding spaceports. Added a spaceport in. Changed the way that the council worked. Oh, and I can see the bug right away. The fact is that I'm setting the council too late in the process. Oh no. No, I'm not. Okay, so what's going on? Saves the humans, saves the organisation, that's all save load game. Now, why would that be? What have I changed? Something to do with the history save. It's probably in Generate Organisations 4. Something in the new history code. I've got rid of this, that's fine. I've got a new spaceport going down. Passing in, we're not generating government anymore. Where's that generator? It's being passed in the Federation. That's correct. There should be a Federation, yeah, there will be. And now we've got the outpost happening here. Yeah. That'll happen each time. That'll be alright. Slightly different ordering that they're being created in. That should be okay. Shouldn't be the end of the world. That should all work fine, to be honest. Right. There's no reason that shouldn't work, so let's just run the tests through. Okay. Right, it's crashed. Why has it crashed? Okay, it's because it's trying to find the beginning of a vector, operation for size, but this is 0. Operation type is 0. That's the issue. So operation type 125, available jobs. Okay, we have an operation that has a blank operation type. I mean, that is null. And that's probably something to do with the way that I'm creating this new spaceport, I'm sure of it. Right, operation types get spaceport is probably null. Oh, I probably haven't even added it to the factory. That's because I'm an idiot. Yeah. Help if I can actually find the flipping operation type. Yeah. And the other thing we should do is get. It should never return 0. just a bug waiting to happen, really. Come on, right, okay. Right. So operation types const iterator it equals types find hash if it equals types end. We haven't found one, which means that we need to throw. Let's do a C error. Let's just cannot find operation type for hash throw, and then we can just say return it second. That's probably better, and then I'll just remove that for a minute. What's the error? The definition of get. Definition of that does not match. Let's go with const. It's all fine, right? That's good. Okay, so when that's built, we should have the same error. Okay, once that's done, to be starting to think about this. So that means an operation needs to become an entity, or it needs to have an entity. I think an operation probably could be an entity. There is a bit of baggage associated with being an entity, but that's probably okay. Right, we've got the crash, cannot find operation type for hash. There we go. That's the one, that's the error we're looking for. So now when I add the new space button, it should work fine. It's good to call out that error because it was actually quite hard to see and easy to miss. This will now work. Yeah, passed fine. Right, that means that we should now have characters. Let's just create new history. Let's have 50 players. 50 new characters per city. Let's view the history. We should have spaceports in here. Carajolt Group Department Store, Apprentice Hotel, owned by Pytech, Band of the Mia, Valhalla Spaceport. There's one. We've got security guards, a couple of gunner mechanics, a couple of manual workers and a security guard. Fine. Got a bunch of mechanics, apprentice and a manager. Okay, so we've got this guy took an apprenticeship with the Valhalla Spaceport, became a fully trained nanomechanic at the Asimov Spaceport. Then he got elected to government. Nice. There's obviously sorry, Devon. It's a weird name. She lives in Callisto. Nice. Cool. Nice. Lots of friends, but divorced, rather sadly. To this master student here. Also a mechanic. How did he meet? Oh, he's now got married to somebody else. Having an affair with Lee Dowden, eh? Interesting. Sky Wayne is annoying. He's a space pirate first. He's got a bit of a past, this guy. Anyway, I've got to call all that stuff out, but that spaceport is working, which is great. I want to show much more of that in the game. That's what I'm looking at the moment, really. Right, let's get this stuff checked in. So, moved, I've checked all of this. Yeah, this is all fine, this is just flavor text. Added the security guard, added the spaceport type. Oops. Spaceports and security guards, which means now I have a spaceport. We have people who can fix your ship. We have bars, plenty of those. We've also got hotels and things you can meet people in, I suppose. I'm not going to make you check into a hotel when it's late at night or anything. Don't think. Probably not. But you can potentially go and meet people there, potentially find people who work there. And hotels will run courier missions and things like that too, as will factories. So that'll all be good. Okay, right, so now we're in good shape. We now need to think about making these things entities. That's the next step. Organization approaches themselves to close can visit them. Right, yes. Right, so a particular city or an operation will have a location at the moment. Yes, that is correct. It's also going to have locations in it. It's going to have a ground location in it. That is okay, but we need to kind of poke that in again when we need it. Right. Right. This operation needs to be an entity. So we'll look at city, so a basic entity. Public entity needs to be a city renderer. What does a city renderer even look like? Doesn't do anything. It can probably be called a ground renderer actually. Okay, a few things we need. We're going to need actually we'll do that in a minute. Operation is now a public entity, which means include entity. If it is an entity, it needs a few things. It's already returning a name, that's good. It will need one of these, but it won't need to do anything. It will need a renderer. I'm just going to create a static city renderer at the moment. I'll return that because I don't care. We'll definitely need a destructor, but it can be empty. Every entity also needs a key, which is a hash of the name. Okay, what else do we need here? It's going to have a body. It's going to be a little bit of a pain. Okay, just filling with the compiler at the moment. There we go. Mouse is broken. Okay, that will do for the moment. Okay, so now an operation is an entity. What has that done to it? Let's tell that building thing. Not really very much is the answer. We still have to create it and delete it in the same way, it's just added to a location now. Which means it should be stored in the solar system. Which I think we can do in the history. Interesting, the history stores the operations. It's probably wrong. Now that these things are entities. Well, they also store the humans. That's probably right. Don't think the solar system stores the humans anymore. Nope. So that's fine. Right, what's happened here? Oh, we have a virtual method renderer. I thought I added one. What happened to my renderer method? I thought I'd added one. Virtual renderer, constant renderer. Every entity must have a renderer which describes how it is rendered. I know that's insane. That's currently how it works. So I just propose to do that. In fact, save location. Right, so when we save an operation, okay, now this is interesting. It's just like saving a ship. I should probably do it. There's nothing really special about it being an entity. Nothing else we need to say about it, because it's an entity, not at the moment. It's just things like the location. Okay, that's just the move. It's fine. On going. Just a few, because I've changed the signature of operation location to return a pointer like every other entity does. So again here. Right. Just let that build. So when this thing is an entity, and I've added it to the locations, it should be quite trivial to go through the different operations within a particular city. It's easy enough to fix. What's the next one? Same again. Oops. But at that point, I probably need to just stop a minute and think about. This is almost done. Think about moving actors to a particular location. No, this one. Running planets must target a particular city and be moved to the shipyard in that city. There will definitely be a shipyard for the city. We've established that, so I can find that. Okay, I've just got a few other errors like the other one. Same again. That's the one I did. And again, that's it. There will be, yeah. There will definitely be a city that they go to with a spaceport in it. That means that, assuming that this passes, no, failed everywhere. Okay, what have we changed? Quite a lot of things. Right, create basic orgs. There's no reason that should fail particularly. It's quite possible, I suppose. Let's see if I can get this finished. Right, here's the error. Right, we're setting a location, but there's no body yet. Yeah, that would be it. The operation. These tests are really good for fixing basic stuff, like here, yeah. Setting the location, but we need a body first. Before we set the location. These tests can be really, really useful. Just catching stupid stuff like that. It just shortens the amount of time between writing and executing, which is just so valuable. Cool, test passed. So now we have all these organizations, which are actual entities. Let's just make sure. Yeah. A bunch of entities here. Alright, which means that when we actually go to a planet, we should be easily able to see the organizations in that form. Oh, crikey. Oh, mother's in prison. Geraldine Hayden? She was in prison. A lot of dead people. Got elected to government 3 years after she got out of prison. That's rubbish, that's wrong. Okay, let's just make sure that there's a constraint on that. Sorry, a little digression. Elected not head event prison term. President. That's for the council. That's a senator, not head event prison term. So how does the event stuff even work? So head event to check. Find event for which event? Unsigned event. Prison term. Event type. Ooh, that's wrong. So find events for add event is just doing a hash on the event. No, we've changed that. No wonder that's broken. Event type is just prevent prison term. It's just a number. Right. So that means that this is a big bug. Basically, all of these are wrong. But first, now the game is running, let's just check this in, and then I'll fix that bug. Add event. Event type. Okay, this is a reasonably sized bug, unfortunately. The problem is that some of these events are called life stage events. You can't just check that. We can check event prison term, but we can't check whether they've done a particular thing. So that one we can check, that one we can't, that one we can, that one we can, that one we can't, 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 that one we can't. It's only the prison one we can check. We shouldn't be checking against the event type. Right, so how are we going to do this? The answer is probably not now. I probably need to call it a day. It's time. Yeah, I do need to call it a day, to be honest. There's no such thing as a prison term anymore. Well, evidence it's broken. Need to write that down. This is a separate bug. It's also an important one because I'll forget what's going on that one. Can't spell prerequisite. That's an annoying one. Have to fix that later. Do need to fix it. Anyway, I don't need to fix it as part of this change. Right, that is done. So next thing is landing on planets must be a particular city. Starting game move actors to a particular location within a city. Yes. So then I can start doing GUI. And do that before the AI can do it. Move the commodity market to the location within each city. That means we'll have multiple markets. That's fine, because we've re-implemented market recently. That needs to go before that. UI for showing different locations. That's the same as that one actually, so we can delete that one. Equipment traders trade. Yeah, that's fine. Move fitting GUI to shipyard. Yeah, those are two to come together. So I can, in theory, kind of split that out. That can be separate. Yeah, I kind of have to do most of these together because the ground improvement stuff is going to be broken until I'm done it. I need to go. I need to finish. Thank you all very much for watching. Do ping and follow me on Twitter if you'd like to, or follow me on Twitch, and I'll see you next time. Thanks very much for watching.